Now, my class, you will learn to think for yourselves again. You will learn to savor words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here. Life exists and identity. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. Will your verse be? You must strive to find your own voice, because the longer you wait to begin, the less likely you are to find it at all. Thoreau said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Don't be resigned to that. Break out. Conformity, the difficulty in maintaining your own beliefs in the face of others. Now, those of you, I see the look in your eyes like, I would have walked differently. Well, ask yourselves why you are clapping. And we all have a great need for acceptance. But you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Let's take some time to think about every revolutionary moment in human history and how their sacrifices are affecting us today. Whether it be a blessing or a curse that was passed on through generations, how is it affecting us? What position am I in? What position is my family in? Are we in a state of power where we're continuously moving forward? Or are we in a state of weakness where we're easily being erased as time moves forward? Are you even feeling it? Are you even aware of the sacrifices of your ancestors? I ask you again, what position are you in? What position is your family in? Are you growing and building and securing an inheritance for the generations to come, as kings and queens do? Or are you in a position of weakness, where every day you're met with a different struggle, a different trial that tests even your very soul, and you just can't find the will to move on? I ask you, where do you stand? And I hope that you can answer with confidence, because it doesn't matter where you may stand today, where in life you may be today, but what matters is that you are aware of where you do stand. It is necessary that you are aware of your surroundings, of your environment, aware of your past, of your present. That you may also be aware of your future. That you are aware of the roots of your history. And in realizing all this, you will find that there is a will in the humankind that can overcome any and all obstacles. In the Word of God it is said that my people perish because of the lack of wisdom and knowledge. And even the wisest know that he who doesn't know his history is doomed to repeat it. For the majority of my life, I've been in a position of weakness, a position of struggle, a position of having to overcome every day, being met with obstacles that are nearly impossible to overcome. But I know that none of us is given a trial that we cannot overcome. And I know that most of you listening to this today have also felt it, have also been there. But I'm here to remind you that weakness is overcome by strength. That champions are made, not born. That even God chooses the weak things of this world to strengthen, to make leaders of nations, to be the one beaten and strengthened like iron, to be the one refined in the furnace like gold. See, it doesn't matter where you may find yourself now, but what matters is that you realize that there is a better you in the future. A stronger, a more progressive you. A you that's living a life with purpose. Someone who's realized that your actions are not just your own, but that they also impact all those around you in ways that you may never know. But just know that God has created all things with purpose and have their being. And that includes you. Realize that you're one of the greatest creations in the universe. That out of 7 billion people in this world, there is no one out there 100% like you. They may walk like you. They may look like you. But they haven't seen what you've seen. They haven't walked where you've walked. Or been through what you've been through. These moments of love and pain have made you. These unique moments in life that only you have experienced, that life has allowed you to feel. It's these moments that have created the very being that you are. What has life made out of you? Has the beauty of life given you a strength to fight for what's yours? Or has the pain and sorrows of it broken you? See, I'm not talking to those satisfied with the status quo. I'm not talking to those who are conformed with the usual ways of life. But I'm talking to those who are broken. I'm talking to those whose lives have been an uphill battle. Those striving to take another step. Because I know what you're feeling. Because I know what it feels like to grow up in a broken home. To not have that one place every child should have. To be surrounded by the people who love you, who support you, who tell you you're special and that you matter in this world. I know that not everybody has the chance to have these things. I understand that we live in a world where love that bonds can be viciously ripped apart and taken from you if not held tightly. I may not have experienced what those who went through the Holocaust experienced, but I don't think that I have to go through something like that to realize or learn some of the lessons that those who did experience that learned. Like appreciating life, or knowing that even the smallest things in this world, the simplest things, have the greatest value. I'm a first-generation American, born in a land where dreams become reality, when thoughts become action. Me, I have no choice but to take action. Since my youth, I was taught lessons through struggle, through struggles that honestly were very hard to learn at such a young age. I would look back and wonder, what if this had gone differently? Or what if that hadn't happened? I questioned life. I questioned the struggle. I even questioned God. And through all this, believe that those who seek shall find. See, our lives were designed since the beginning of time. Since before the mountains were placed in its place, put there for us to climb, to even fly over. To those who seek to fly, even though life is throwing everything at you to prevent you, you were designed with purpose, a spiritual creation designed to triumph any and all tribulations, to conquer even death. Tell me, what can't you do? Are the great kings and queens of this world any different from you? Maybe they were born into a better environment. Maybe they were born with more privileges. Maybe we're not built like them. These may be some of the questions or some of the excuses that we find in ourselves, preventing us from living prosperous lives. But I want to tell you that all these great kings, all these queens, all these champions, all these heroes and legends, they're but humans, just like you, with a heart that beats, a body that bleeds, that all their rewards also came with sacrifices. Sacrifices that are not done in vain, but are carried on by their will and their why. Being done for the love that is cruelly taken in this life, for the beauty that never gets the chance to flourish, for the strength that is taken away at the prime of its youth. These are their whys, and the whys that should keep us moving forward and never giving up, no matter what the situation may be. I pray that you find your why, your purpose for waking up in the morning, so that when you do, when those feet touch the ground, you'll have even the devil shaking, saying, oh no, here he comes.
So if I asked you about art, you'd probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written. Michelangelo. I know a lot about him. Life's work, political aspirations, him and the Pope, sexual orientation, the whole works, right? I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. You've never actually stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling. Seen that. If I ask you about women, you'd probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites. You may have even been laid a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. When I ask you about war, you'd probably throw Shakespeare at me, right? Once more into the breach, dear friends. you've never been near one. You've never held your best friend's head in your lap, watch him gasp his last breath, looking to you for help. I ask you about love, probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. Known someone that could level you with her eyes. Feeling like God put an angel on earth just for you. Who could rescue you from the depths of hell. And you wouldn't know what it's like to be her angel. To have that love for her, be there forever. Through anything. Through cancer. And you would know about sleeping sitting up in a hospital room for 2 months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you. You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself. I doubt you've ever dared to love anybody that much.
And once again, I thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps you realize that each and every one of us hold something special that we have to offer this world, that there is light found in darkness, and this is all that this channel is dedicated to. And God bless. Take care.